Your intel is ours.
Op 4, last operator.
Yo, what's going on guys? School is here, and today I'm going to be talking about how you can fix your positioning in Rainbow Six. Positioning is a pretty broad topic that covers a lot of things, and I'm going to be talking about that in this video. But if you're the kind of person that's always dying to people shooting you in the back or flanking you, this video is definitely going to help you out. So make sure you go down, hit that like button, subscribe if you enjoyed my content and you want to see more. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. So the first tip that's going to help you with your positioning is making a plan before the round about what you want to do and what you want to accomplish in that round. For example, on attack, try to base it a little bit on your teammates and just ask them, if you're in a 5-stack or still in a solo queue, you can do this, just ask them, what do you guys want to push? Can we push from this certain direction? And establishing that goal will help you to position yourself in a way that's helping your team and working with your team, because pushing solo will kind of always get you screwed over. So if you're on defense, look at your operator composition. Are there a lot of roamers? Are there a lot of anchors on your team? What do the other people want to do? You know, you can go in, you know, even in the prep phase. Are people looking like they're going to roam, or are they going to anchor, and try to fill in what's missing? Like for example, on Clubhouse CCTV, you always want to have someone rafters, you always want to have someone top red, and it's usually also beneficial to have someone in cache, and then the other two can either roam below, or sometimes it'll help to have one on the master side of the building. But just thinking about things like that and thinking about where you could fill in that general idea of positioning will really help you to always be doing something useful for your team, and to not get screwed over by having only one anchor on site or one roamer who gets picked off for no reason. So try to fill in the gaps. And another thing that you can think about before the round is what could happen to you. You know, on attack, if you're going to push admin on a console top floor take, what happens if there's two people in admin? Do you have the necessary utility to get rid of them? Like if you have plenty of nades and you drone someone out in a little hidey corner in admin, can you nade them out, or are you going to have to find some other way to deal with them, like flashing them before you go in, or, you know, if you don't think you can deal with them, just getting up and leaving. That's always a definite option, but just thinking about the different possibilities that could happen and how you're going to react to them. Like on defense, where are you going to get pushed from, and how could you react to that if you're a roamer especially? And considering all these things before the round starts is really helpful, because obviously, as most of you know, there's a lot of different things going on in your head while the round is actually going on. So your thinking is usually a lot better before the round actually starts, and it'll help your movement to flow a lot more naturally when you're actually in the game, if you think about these things beforehand. So the next tip is trying to get the bigger picture during the round. So every 20 or 30 seconds, or even more sometimes, just try to think about all the information that your team, or, you know, especially if you're solo queued, all the information that you yourself have gathered over the course of the round. Where do you know certain enemies are? How many enemies do you know where their positions are? How many are just unknown? You don't really know where they are. And then once you have that established, what is the important utility that defenders have in place that you need to get rid of? And then where could the unknown players be, based on if you know their operators, if you know where they went in the prep phase. Just consider all that. It really doesn't take too long. I know it sounds really complicated, but just trying to think about that quickly and how you might react to all this information that you're, you know, refreshing in your mind can often give you a big hint on if you're making a really big mistake. Like for example, if you spotted a cav in the prep phase and you're trying to get close to site and you're really focused on pushing up on the site, taking a moment to think and realize, hey, they have a cav, can really save your team's ass, and help them to clear out the cav. Or even if you're a solo player, just keeping an eye on your flank every once in a while as you refresh the fact that they have that roamer in your mind. So the last tip is to kind of, I don't know if this just applies to me, but a lot of times I'll have like a little inner voice that tells me, especially when I'm going for really aggressive plays. It just tells me like the thing that I'm doing is stupid. Like, I'm swinging a thermite breach, and I know it's really stupid, but I'm like, hey, I think I know where the guy is, and I could probably get an easy kill if my aim is good enough. Usually, your inner voice that's telling you doing that something stupid is stupid. Usually that inner voice is right, and the more that you can try to keep yourself disciplined and, consciously react to that little voice that says what you're doing is stupid instead of doing it anyway, to try to really rein yourself in and keep you from doing that, that'll save you from a lot of stupid deaths and a lot of, peaks that you're going to regret. So, the final thing that I have to say about it, because I want to keep this a shorter video, is the more you think about your positioning and how you are, kind of postured to deal with the different things that could happen around, the more you consider that and do all the things I've mentioned in this video, the more it's going to become a habit. And it's really impossible to think of everything that you need to be thinking of during a round of Rainbow Six. You could be focusing on your positioning, you could be focusing on, movement or aim, and there's just a lot of things that you could be thinking about, and kind of the more you consciously work on improving certain things like positioning, the more instinctual it's going to be in the future, so that you don't have to think about positioning, you don't have to consciously remind yourself to consider the positions of all the enemies, and you're going to see a big improvement as these things become more internalized, and you don't have to keep bringing them up in your mind. So that's about all I have to say in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm trying to keep my tip videos a little bit more concise, because no one likes a video where I ramble, and Lord knows I ramble a lot. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.